Hi, world and people, specific people I make this video for. I got some things I want to share with you, and uh, I felt that a video was coming, but I didn't know really how. I tried a couple of times just to wing it, and I wrote some scripts and stuff, but I didn't feel like the uh, real need to do it because when I do that, I know that things will align very well. And very recently, like in the last, I don't know, don't really have that much concept of time anymore. And maybe I'll get into that too, but I'm winging it now, and three very specific things have happened that just made me go, okay, I got something to talk about. Okay, so here's the thing. I've changed a lot in my life, and I've really transformed the things that have been obstacles for me. And just to put it out there, because I think honesty is very important. And this is something that I've had a lot of pride with, really, after I got it on paper, that I'm diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder and borderline personality disorder and like a megalomaniac, which is delusions of grandeur and ADD. And until recently, I didn't even think that ADD was a big part of my life. I've lived my life very separate from society, but I haven't realized until after this whole Corona stuff, really, that how far apart I've been, and that's true for everyone. I've figured a lot of things out by myself because I had no other options. I had no one to reflect back my well emotional state or our actions in any way. And but I always had this need to know stuff and know the truth about things. So the biggest change or unconscious decision I made in my life that has made me tremendously happy is that I just went full in, not rely on a single person really. And if something happened that would just leave me stranded alone, I know that I will always land on my feet because that's how I've lived my life. I've been in so many situations where, yeah, in hindsight, yeah, I'm surprised I'm alive. and when you get to that level, that you've done so many things that no one else would dare to do, and they try to warn you, oh, this is dangerous. It's laughable, really, but it's given me such tremendous strength. I remember nothing like visually from my childhood, because it's a couple of memories, and I have a very strong feeling, like on a energetic level of who I used to be. But the thing about me that I take honesty to a fault. I live my life by that, and I don't give advice to people that I don't follow myself. And I've done this, like, it shaped my fucking life. And when it comes to things like empathy, that has always been a big issue for me because everybody was talking about it, but nobody actually did the right thing when they had the chance. In my eyes, they were all cowards, and I couldn't understand why. When I could confront anybody, it could be the king of the fucking universe could come, and if he confronted me and I disagree with something, I would bite his fucking head off without a problem, because I have been in so many situations where, yeah, like crowds have come to like, oh, you're gonna take me, and they've been pale as fucking ghosts. And one of the key things in my life that really separates me is that, yeah, I felt I've been fake my entire life, but I had so many principles and so many guidelines I had to follow that I wouldn't do something to somebody else that I didn't want them to do to me. And if someone confronted me and kind of threatened me and it had witnesses, I wouldn't. I would actually like to have killed someone just to prove that what I said was serious, because I've had this way of, watching the world been extremely intuitive, and everything I've said I've been like, no, that's not true, that's not how it is, that's not how things work and stuff, and lies and lies and lies, and people could not understand how important truth was for me. And that has many reasons why it is that way. And to just recap, I would like to kill somebody if they threaten me first with witnesses, because that would be self-defense, and I know that I would justify that. I would get away with that because it would be self-defense. Those people that goes around like bragging about who they know and this and that and try to act tough, that's all it is. It's a fucking act. The people who don't do it, however, are the most dangerous ones. And saying that just a couple of days ago would make me feel dishonest, because I don't have those merits to prove it. But I've always been surprised how little it took even people that were famously known for fighting and being violent and stuff like that, like they were tremendously scared of me enough to change their routines around avoiding me, because they didn't like the fact that I didn't have any fear when I met them. Or they looked at me, but I got this look, and of course it's confusing for people who might have read it, but I'm talking about this smile thing. I remember one time there was this guy who, was coming at me, and much bigger than me, and like every other time it was like, and I caught a glimpse of my face in the mirror behind the bar, and I did it. That's a smile. That's Mr. Smiley. And we have become friends now. Bringing those demons to the surface is so fucking therapeutic. That the empathy part I talked about, that I didn't understand, that I had to make this kind of conscious decisions to make them fit. And I didn't like when I lost control. That was the fucking worst thing, was when I lost face in public, when I just fucking snapped. But this year, especially like after Corona, it's been stepping stones, and it's been something with the Aurora Borealis that maybe I don't feel the need to bring into this thing, because those 3 things that I mentioned at the beginning, I haven't even mentioned them yet. Because I've been awake for 4 fucking days now, and I'm so fucking awake, and I'm not like on a copious amount of drugs either. I use some now for a specific reason, but that's not to keep me awake. That's to keep my head from not spinning out of proportions. I've found ways to release DMT in my fucking brain, without them. But still, it's so important, the job I'm doing right now, that yeah, I found out such a good fucking balance. I have no amount of money really, but I made best out of it. And yeah, where did I lose my thread now? Yeah, the empathy part. I have this emotional empathy now, which can be categorized as easily as asking if somebody is doing, if someone has been sick or ill or whatever, and or been in a bad state, that I can ask them and honestly care about their answers. So for me, I saw the world through, like everybody else, through the lens that I have had my entire life. So I haven't seen any good in anyone really. I've seen myself. I never categorized myself as a good person, but everybody had a need to do that. So no matter who they are, no matter how vile they fucking are, like Ted Bundy, he probably thought that everybody had the same capacities as him, and maybe if they had made some choices along the way that really was similar, it would end up much the same way. For me, I know now that I am an emotional guy, like to a fault, and to protect myself, I buried that part of myself so fucking deep that I can't recall ever having fear. And I confronted the semblance of fear that I knew I had, which was phobia for spiders. And I did a ritual once that involved taking a huge fucking spider outside my window in a little jar that I had runes and stuff written all over it. It's a big story, but I did have, like, when it comes to magic, I think I'm the best one in this fucking world, and I made it into a fucking science. And that's by doing the opposite of what people expected. Every fucking hurdle I've had, I just pushed through. And there's a reason for that too, but I realized this is going to be more than one video. And this is a precursor, and I salute you if you have tuned in this long, I'll find some balance to doing this as well, because there's a lot of information. And my next video, which I may post first, it doesn't even matter that now though, but I want to mention those 3 fucking things. And I fucking love you guys. I'm filled with love. I'm so euphoric right now that I have to struggle not to rant more than I already do. But I'm gonna watch this now and see if it did make sense. Because I really want to make sense. I really want to make my mission come across. And I really want to do good. And I really want to kill Putin. Fuck off! And I am a big fucking reason why it's going so bad for Russia right now. And I fucking love it. Because you represent everything I fucking hate. And I've also been contacted by the CIA, you know, Project Looking Glass. I'm pretty sure I was the precursor for Q. And if Team Trump had contacted me in the 2020 election, he would win because I made him win in 2016. I've been thinking about myself as like the flux capacitor, you know. You have the car and everything. With the flux capacitor alone, the flux capacitor is pretty fucking useless. And I wouldn't most likely kill myself because I was so fucking bored. In this world, you have no fucking idea. So I am grateful for all you guys. And you're heroes, and I fucking love you. Truly. No, I'm not gonna pretend to cry. I cry all the time, so I'm an emotional guy. See you in a little while, okay?